Hello, boo boo. How are you? Welcome to Coming Home with Mama T. I'm your host, Tiara, aka Mama T. And on this podcast, we explore the journey of creating the life of our desires through mastering manifestation, maintaining a positive mindset, and living luxuriously. I am a mindset mastery and spiritual coach, and I love to help you define and align with living out your dream life by embodying the version of yourself that is already living your dreams. And today I want to talk to you about receiving. Because receiving is how we manifest. Yes, receiving is important in this journey. And I have been seeing lately so many signs of people not being okay with receiving that I'm like, we got to talk about it because I don't understand. I don't understand why guilt and shame is associated with receiving of money and love and gifts and all of these things, and why has it become a societal norm to do so? And I think part of it, one, it has to do with like the feminine experience. And I say that like joking aside, because I'm noticing it a lot in a lot of these books because I like my little romancy schmutty books, and it is what it is. And I've noticed that it's like this common thread, for example, where we have this young girl, she's a little insecure, she meets this guy, and the guy is wealthy and they're confident and all of this stuff, and regardless of like her insecurities and all that kind of stuff, they'll want to gift her things, and she's like, the mindset is, well, I didn't do anything to earn it. They're like, I can't accept this, I can't do anything. And I'm thinking, like, why are we blocking our blessings? Why? Like, I'm like, man, if I was in that situation, like, I would like to receive these gifts. Like, I think that would be amazing. And looking at it from the perspective of, like, you know, being outside of that situation, and like, the guy has, like, it's not like he's sacrificing anything to spend the money if he spent money or didn't take her on a nice date or whatever. So why is there something wrong with it? And I think part of it is like, you know, this gold digger persona culture kind of thing where, you know, people are using other people for what they can provide. But I want to, one, bring forward that we as a community have different skill sets and we have different things, abilities, strengths for a reason, because we're able to, my strength is healing, my strength is mindset mastery, my strength is this, your strength might be, I don't know, actually lifting something physically heavy, right? And so like, I'm offering you emotional support and you can offer me physical like levity, right? So like, we can share these gifts and these strengths with each other and kind of barter with our gifts. Yes. And I think that we have somehow created shame and judgment around certain gifts. Like, I don't know, pretty privilege people talk about, right? And I'm like, well, you know, it is a privilege and they are blessed, but we can also see beauty in so many different ways. It doesn't have to be this, like, it doesn't have to be something to be upset about. Yes. And shame about, just because someone like they take care of themselves and they amplify their good looks and they witness their good looks, and therefore, you know, they share it with the world, and people are now pleased by the way they look, and so, you know, others want to provide for them in that way. Like, we all have our gifts, right? Maybe we don't have pretty privilege, but we have something that comes easy to us. Some people are phenomenal singers, some people are magnificent dancers, some people are healers, some people are cooks, like, right? We have these things that come naturally to us. Acknowledge these natural gifts and be okay with receiving love, acceptance, money, whatever, from the gifts that we already have. Yes. In these books, it's more like, you know, they feel like I didn't earn it because whatever, I have to do something. We don't have to do anything. We get to receive by simply existing. My presence is enough to receive. My mere experience is enough to receive. These are beautiful affirmations and I love them and I think they're powerful, but I also think that there is a lot to unpack when we say them, right? Like if you're at a bar and you've been practicing saying like I get paid to exist. Like I receive simply by existing. A lot of times we might think about payment as I get a job and that's how I receive. Like the only way to receive payment is through having a job. So I have to exchange my time, my skill set for money. No, no, that is not, we get to exist and receive. Yes. So if we're in existing and receive mode, if someone offers us a gift, if someone takes us to a bar and is like, I'm going to buy you a drink. Great. Thank you. Thank you. And if you recognize that it triggers something in you when someone's like, ooh, I'm going to buy you a drink. Now, are you fearful because, okay, this person bought me a drink, so I'm going to have to buy them a drink down the line. And I'm afraid that I don't have the money. I might not have the money later on to pay for it. Like that's something that's triggered in me before. And there's nothing wrong with it. Thank you for that trigger. That trigger also shows me a lack mentality. Yes, a fear of not being able to maintain having money, maintain these kind of things. And so I can choose to say, you know what? Everything's always working out for me. If I decide one day that I want to purchase a drink for this person, fantastic. And, if I don't, they didn't ask me to reciprocate in kind. There are other gifts that I share, whether I am conscious of it or unconscious of it, that is worthy of receiving a drink. It's okay. It's all okay, right? Like this person is giving from their heart and their love. Why am I shutting down their love? This is a love language for them. Yes? Why shut it down? Like if someone wants to express their love and acceptance and glory of having you in their presence through giving you something, why reject it? Why is there shame coming up in the receiving of it? I think that there are society has created these mindsets in order to keep down. Ooh, this is gonna get real quick. All right. So when I think about the masculine and feminine energy, right? And I don't want to get into body parts or whatever, but there is, and it's simplest form, the feminine is about receiving, and it's about receiving, and the masculine is about the doing, right? It is action and then the reaction, the receiving. And on a spiritual space, you would see the masculine as all right, I'm in my masculine if I'm actively selling, I'm asking for the sale, I'm doing the thing. I'm in my feminine energy when I am allowing things to show up for me. And we can balance between both regardless of how we identify gender-wise. And I feel like because there is so much hate, I'm going to say hate for the female, that anything that really is putting forward and amplifying this feminine energy is shunned and shamed, right? From the Bible, we have Adam and Eve ate the apple, so it's all Eve's fault. We don't talk about the fact that Adam was the one that handed her the apple. We don't talk about that. It's all Eve's fault, right? We see and so many different cultures and different experiences showcase this fear. I feel like it is this fear of the feminine receiving space. So why don't we make it bad to receive? Why don't we make it shameful to receive? Why don't we make it so that it's harder for us to allow the ease in our lives? Why don't we make it so people believe that they have to earn their keep? They have to earn the things. They can't just simply show up and be okay. That's a mindset shift for you right now. Like, it's big. Why don't we allow ourselves to receive? And going back to the book analogy, so like I see it come up so often, right? The girl, receives the gifts and she has to like profusely like be no, so that we can see her not as a gold digger, but as someone that is worthy of receiving the gift. Like I that is the energy I feel, regardless of if that's like really the author's intent. That is how I am taking in the energy. And I do audiobooks, so maybe the author intended something differently, but the person that's reading the book is like that's like their thing, and so maybe I'm reading off of their energy, who knows. But that's how I feel when I'm like, I see this happen so frequently, that we have to do something to make it okay to receive an extraordinary gift without having to like do something, like actually work for it, if that makes sense. And so another book that I was reading, and that story, like it is a part of like their custom for the more alpha male kind of vibe to provide. They have like, it's like customary for them to show that they can be a provider, right? And so it's like they're giving gifts, and they're giving this person gifts, and the person receiving the gifts like actually received it. And it was amazing. Like someone did make a comment, like, because it was in a group setting, and like someone makes a comment and it's just like, oh, like this like I wouldn't need all of that to be in a relationship with this person. And it was like, it showed that I loved how it was presented, because the character was like, whoa, hold up. You didn't have to say all that. And you know what? You were deserving of it. And I was like, yes, finally someone gets it, right? Like, it is beautiful to receive, and it's not about the actual, what the gift is. It's not about the thing, right? It's about the love. It is about that I am deserving of the love that is behind whatever is being presented to me right now. Like I am deserving of it, and we all are deserving of it. And so it was great because they acknowledged what the person said and how they were trying to put somebody else down and put themselves down. Actually, in the comment they made, they were like, nope, boo boo, you are deserving of it. And then on the flip side, the person who was receiving was like, you know what? I recognize that I started receiving when I allowed myself to believe in myself. Like everything shifted and changed for me the second I decided, you know what? I don't like, someone else is not the key to my happiness. I am my happiness, and I choose to be happy, and I am just happy to share this happiness with somebody else. And then you showed up in my life, and like, this is amazing. I was like, come through with the like the higher level of conversation and interaction and receiving. I am here for it. This is what I'm here for, right? This is what I am excited to experience myself. Yes. And I really want other people to lean into that kind of experience of being okay to receive, being happy to receive. And these are the practices, again, that we're bringing up inside the home membership. So the things that you're working on when you're inside the home membership, let us know, right? The Q&A is designed for that, for you, because we're all at different parts of our journey. We're all going through different things. And I know for myself, there are multiple things that I am working on, like conjunctually, and I share that in that space, and what are my rituals and my work, and how I'm working through that. And if you're going through something similar, I can share that with you, and vice versa. And so that's what the space and it's more like a mastermind is the intention, that we get to talk about it, right? We get to bring it up and we can work through it. And that way we can put into practice how we show up in our lives that is more in embodiment with what we actually, like who we actually truly are. Yeah. So it is a powerful space and a powerful experience, and I invite you to be a part of it. So if you have not gone to www.MamaTEnergy.com and like clicked on the membership community and joined, please do so. I am excited for this space, and I am excited to facilitate something so magical. With that, I'm going to say ta-ta for now, and I love you so much. Aww.